Hey, Steven.
Hey, Jared.
Did you like my coasters from the party?
Oh my God, these are not coasters at all.
They are coasters.
I love that you said it was a photo hack. How does this relate to photography at all?
So let me talk about a photo hack, Steven. By using the word photo hack, this has reached over 100,000 people.
So clickbait.
And the no, it's not clickbait.
Clickbait.
Oh my God, you mother.
By the way,
humper.
You know the purpose of coasters is to not slide.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
And to absorb
And
moisture.
to absorb, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of that either.
Just dissipate.
It's just what happened is, you know, I was having the Super Bowl thing, and I was putting stuff out. I don't want people to put stuff on my sofa. Where are they going to put it? I'm like, I don't have coasters.
Weird, there's
You have
coasters.
no tables to
so
put them
many
on.
stores.
Yeah, I have plenty of. So whatever, Todd. I didn't think about
Really?
it. So then I went over.
My wife married me because I had coasters. True fucking story.
No, it's-
Came to my house, first date. She was like, I knew I liked you because you had coasters.
What or it was the
I've got coasters
wait,
too, but they're
hold
like
on.
crappy IKEA
It wasn't
ones.
the $800 tip you left her when she was your waitress?
See, our first date was
Pretty sure that was
probably
it.
there was probably a year between the tip,
Just a tip?
the dinner tip, and the real tip. There was probably a year's worth of time that passed.
So let me get back to the coaster part. I went over to into my office and I was thinking, what could I use as a coaster? And I saw the DVD-Rs. I was like, but wait a second.
I thought they were CDRs.
No, they're DVD-Rs. I'm like, wait a
waste.
second. I'm not
It's a
gonna waste. I'm not gonna waste these. And then I was just like, I don't even have a computer.
Why? Money means nothing to me. Why wouldn't I use these?
Then I was like, I don't even have a computer that does this anymore. Who's burning 4.7 gigs?
I decided
True.
to use Bentley hubcaps as coasters next year.
I like that you wrote coaster on them too.
Because I wanted people to know that they weren't just DVDs that were
Because
sitting
they're
there.
not
Why
coasters.
are there DVD-Rs everywhere in Jared's apartment?
The coasters were there, and I put it
I
up
thought
as
they were for cocaine, but
Then we used something else. We used protein powder. We stored protein powder.
I loved how the party was all of Jarrett's favorite food with no thought or rhyme or reason as to what other people might want.
There was rhyme or reason behind that, Todd. First off, the tacos aren't really my thing. That was for everybody. It's an easy food and it was all gluten-free, except for the cupcakes that were full of gluten. I left a note.
No, there
it
was
was
some
like a
cupcakes that
7-year-old
were
birthday
gluten-free.
party when I walked
There
in.
were 5 cupcakes, rainbow unicorn cupcakes. You can put the photo up. Rainbow unicorn poop cupcakes.
Looked like the unicorn from Squatty Potty.
Yes.
Crapped it
Well,
out.
Let me get started anyway. That the crazy thing is I wrote photo hack for that. It was a joke. And of course,
Was it a joke?
It got seen more. Yeah, it was a joke. It did it quick. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. Welcome to RAWtalk episode number 170.
Oh, we officially passed 169.
It's 169 plus 1.
We
That's
got
what I'm calling it.
Plus one.
we got to wait till 269.
There you go.
Todd
It's a long time.
is a long way away.
I won't be here for
So let's get some housekeeping stuff out of the way. First, RAWtalk in Philly. Bit.ly link is up on the screen. It's, I think,
Philly RAWtalk.
Philly RAWtalk.
/Philly RAWtalk.
It's bit.ly.
Or bit.ly.
However they do it.
They do it both ways, I believe.
Oh, it's up on the screen.
Yeah.
There are tickets available. It's going to be live and in person. They're $8. You're going to get a $5 lens cloth for free.
Nice.
So
and
it's
a $20 reach around.
from Todd.
Todd.
Actually, did you read the tickets, by the way?
Did I read the tickets?
It says you will get a free lens cloth and a kiss from Todd on every ticket.
Does
It does not say that.
It does say that.
Do they like tongue? Is what they need to understand.
Maybe. So please, if you are, this is really the only one we have scheduled this year. And if you're thinking of doing coming in to see us live, Dave Brogman, whatever his name is, I never can remember his last name, is coming in from Chicago. He's driving. He's
Chicago.
taking
He's the guy that takes the airplane.
Chicago.
airplane ones. Yep.
You always bring him
I
up.
always bring him up because he's coming in from Chicago. He mentioned, and some people may be coming in from far.
Dude, we should have Dave Leno.
Somebody's coming from
do
Atlanta.
live
Joe
liner
told me
reads.
his one and only friend's coming from Atlanta.
His one and only friend.
So I invited Dave.
Dave Leno.
Yeah, we should put him up in the booth.
We should.
And have him have a microphone and he can chime in.
Even if it's just a house microphone. Because I can put stuff.
Or do you want him to sit next to Todd? And Todd can just whisper to him or
I don't
something.
want to... I don't want to say it's definite yet because I'm not sure.
Or
if we
let's
can do
discuss that. Noah, make a note.
We have to figure it out.
I just want to whisper
It's
in
hard
Dave's
to-
ear all night. I don't know what else is going to happen. Well, I do know what might happen. but-
Yeah.
Let's Noah, make a note. Let's keep moving on because we've got a lot to talk about.
Yep.
Lots of photo news. We got flying solo
yeah.
stuff to bring up. If you haven't gotten Lightroom yet, I have a link where you can check it out. It's froknowsphoto.com/ccphoto because if you haven't downloaded the 30-day trial, you may want to do that to consider, because people ask all the time, what are you editing your photos in? How do you do your RAW files? Well, it's been Lightroom since Lightroom 1.1, so that's many years ago at this point.
2007, I believe.
Right, and before that I was using Photoshop and using Bridge to do it,
Yep.
which
That
was
was a pain.
more antiquated. But we're going to get back into the raw edits of the week at some point, and we probably will hammer out quite a bit of them. So we're going to request that you send in raw files again. We're going to go through the editing process, probably get Steven involved with editing, and I mean, Todd doesn't know how to edit.
Not Todd. Definitely
kill
not.
it. I kill it.
Adam's going to get in on that again like we used to do. And so that's why I'm letting you know we use Lightroom. So that's the link.
And it's nice for people to check out because that's the CC version, I assume.
CC version.
So if you have Lightroom 5 or even 6, the standalone version, CC will have the new features like dehaze and the boundary warp and that kind of stuff built in.
Not purple haze?
Not purple
Bam,
haze.
bam, 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 Lightroom.
So it's not just for
Bam, bam,
new Lightroom users. It's for anyone.
Bam, 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 Adobe Lightroom. All right. Quick housekeeping on the wheel. Again, welcoming the new people for the last couple weeks. We got KesslerCrane.com/Fro,
Yes.
AuroraHDR.com/Fro, and BorrowedLenses.com/Fro. What's the Kessler code if they want discount?
It's Fro 10 for 10% off.
And Aurora
Is Fro.
is Fro to save
10%
money.
off as well. It's $89, I think. if you
And
get
that's
that.
it.
Yeah.
Just wanted to blow through that real quick.
Cool.
Ooh.
Real world review
Yes.
that we released.
Yes, we did.
Great job on editing.
Thank you.
Todd even liked your editing.
It's all right.
Awesome real world
It
review.
was really good. No, it was really good.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. We spent a lot of time filming it. It took us a day and a half, I would say. But
Well, there's a
came
lot of
out great.
B-roll.
A lot of B-roll. I did some jib shots, a lot of slider stuff, too, as well.
And so, as you guys have noticed over the last 3-4 months, the real world reviews have been evolving. They're almost like mini Fro Knows Photo show episodes, just without the interview parts.
The ones on location, especially.
Right, the one on location.
Yeah.
So the whole goal is to make those things awesome. The real world reviews, I love doing them, especially because I don't think many people in the industry review things the way I think they should be done.
Especially printers.
Right. There's personal preference. We don't get overly technical. Our friends at DP Review, you want technical, they will give you technical. And that's where I used to look for all my information when it came to the D2H when that first came
'Cause they'll
out.
have
I
pages
steal
of
everything
notes,
from
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Todd steals everything from them.
Yeah.
But if you want technical stuff and you want Rishi to give you the information,
Yeah, Rishi.
Rishi crushes that
He does.
information.
Super technical.
So that's super technical. But if you want the practical aspect of real world situations, that's what we focus on. And that real world review just kicked ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really happy with that one.
Yeah, they take a little bit more time, so please
They
be
do.
patient with us as we are evolving our business and evolving how many editors and shooters we have.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can add more, which means we can turn this stuff around much quicker.
Getting more people while getting rid of Joe.
I mean, that's
Exactly.
that's possible. Noah,
Yeah.
make a note.
No, it makes
Noah, make a note. We're getting rid of Noah.
Noah, you're on thin ice. He's been here for a month now.
Oh,
What did we give him?
I think I gave him a month, actually.
I gave him longer.
No, I might have given him 2 weeks. I
don't
forget.
remember what I said.
Yeah.
Damn it.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. He's still here.
He's
Shut up, Noah.
Stop being weird.
Stop being a weirdo.
Anyway, so that's the real world review. Todd, text of the week time.
Oh.
Early in the show today.
Oh, do you want me to save it for later?
No,
we
I
can
think
do it
it's-
now.
I think it's
That's
perfect
cool.
time.
Yeah.
So, again, I was trying to do just one text, but
He's cheating the system, that's
it's
why.
the gift that keeps on giving. Well, see, I'll give you the one where he's cheating the system.
Yeah.
So prior to the what you call it,
And you have
prior
the photo.
to the Super Bowl party, he sent this picture, which you got that as well
On the screen.
where he hung his giant painting of himself above the wall.
Wait, what did he say?
Well, he says, check out what I hung today above my door. It's not pretentious because you don't see it until you leave. You said, dear Lord, that's the most pretentious thing I've ever seen. No, it's not. It was a gift from a friend. And I said, so when you kick the bitch out, she can remember your face.
Oh.
So that's the one that I thought, and I was like, you know what? I think he's kind of setting us up.
Well, he even just said you could put the picture up before you
Yeah.
even said it.
So what
you
was
knew it
even
coming.
better and what I laughed out loud at, looking back at it, was us Skyping the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And you said, Steven, we're Skyping? Why don't we just have a call? I haven't used Skype in years. Let me check. And I yelled, get on it. And then Jerry says, just log on. It's easy. And I said, you don't need a camera. Take the rainbow cupcakes out of your pie hole. And you said, I don't remember my account name. Give me a minute. I said, try straight out of focus. Steven said, I'll try shut the fuck up.
All right, let's move on from that. That's good.
Man. I still don't understand why we Skyped. Because we were just talking to each other. We could have just made a phone
I like
call.
looking at each other.
I like Skype.
Yeah,
I don't like the phone because there's the distractions more so.
Yeah.
All right, so we're moving on from that. Fro Factory update.
Yes.
Let's give you a Fro Factory update. Can I get some update music, Todd?
Some update
Sure.
news music?
Fro
news.
update music. Fro Factory. So security cameras are going to be a thing.
Nice.
We talked about having security cameras in just because,
Live feed, maybe?
well, we can do that. I'm getting to that in a minute. But I was thinking, why not call Canon? Because they have a division that does military cameras and all these cameras for police and everything. And so I'm thinking that we may get some cameras from them to review and put on the building.
Nice.
Here's a $30,000 security camera.
They're not giving us the $30,000
We need 6
one.
of them.
But I don't know what's going to happen. But I thought it was a good opportunity because, one, if I need to pay for them, so what? I'll pay for them. But Canon has them. I might as well reach out to them and see what we can do. So we're going to try and get
They
all
had some
different...
cool ones. Where were we that we saw all the cool ones?
Well, it was
That
at
was a Canon Expo.
At the Canon Expo.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had
4
some
million
really
ISO
crazy
camera.
looking ones.
Well, so what we're going to think about getting is a PTZ ones, pan tilt zoom. So we could have, and we're going to make videos about this stuff because I know that a lot of people out there either work in corporate America or have their own businesses where this stuff could be relevant to them. So
Yeah.
thinking of cameras for
Even
outside,
your own photo studio.
right, or photo studio, and we're thinking about cameras for inside that we can possibly
and
not
Jared
for
lives in the
people to
ghetto,
use.
so he needs security cameras here.
Well, the police are going to like that I have professional cameras. That if anything ever happens in the area,
is true.
they'll be able to pull the footage from us because they're going to be really good.
And
Cameras.
hopefully we
Yep.
can live stream it like the co-ed girls videos.
Oh.
Webcam girls.
Oh.
Webcam girls be like me and Steven setting up lights, watch us
Well, we may be
with
able
our
to
shirts off.
We may be
Drinking
able
beer.
to
Playing video
we
games.
may be able to flick a switch at any point to allow that to happen, but we have to discuss that out. But we may have internal cameras just for us to protect the inside of the building.
Yeah, I could see internal cameras.
like in us? Or it,
They do
for like
make
a
those.
proctology exam?
They do make those. Why don't we get to photo news?
Photo news.
Photo news music. Why don't we
yeah.
do surveillance? Somebody sneaking around outside trying to break into your building news, break into your building music from audioblocks.com/go/fro.
Hamburglar.
Hamburglar style?
Yeah.
In 5,
Rabble,
4,
rabble.
3, 2, 1, go. Todd's the Hamburglar.
He's got the.
Rabble, rabble.
He does
The
look
outfit
like
on
him. Look at his
already.
glasses.
Yeah.
It's
The
part,
orig-
it's part Hamburglar, and then part this is velvety, so it's like Grimace as well.
There you go.
So before we do that, wasn't it funny yesterday you were talking about watching Revenge of the Nerds?
Yes.
And you said it came around full circle?
Oh yeah, no, I'm watching it and I'm like, look at these guys with their tight shirt, button-down shirts with the patterns on them, and the nerdy glasses, and the tight pants, and the chucks, and I'm
You're like, that's me.
Holy Jesus, Revenge of the Hipsters.
Yeah.
But I love that. I love that movie.
Photo news, we've got, we spoke about this one a few weeks back, but now it's officially on iOS as well. Instagram finally supports multiple accounts. Remember when we talked about that when it came to Android?
Yep. I saw
the new
that.
feature lets you toggle between accounts in the mobile app. Now to add your additional account, you first download the latest version of Instagram from the App Store, then click on your profile view, hitting the settings icon in the upper right corner, and then you scroll down the settings list to where logout normally is. You will now see a new option to add account. Now, once a new account is added, you can simply toggle between the accounts in your profile view by touching the username at the top, and you also see the profile picture appear throughout the app, like in the tabs at the bottom, so you know which account you're using. Now, users will be able to add up to 5 Instagram accounts as well. Also, keep in mind that you will get push notifications from all of the accounts, so that might get a little annoying.
Wow.
I turned off push
Yeah.
notifications except for friends.
Yeah, now
But
whatever...
you could turn them off per account. then?
Exactly. Whatever
Oh, okay.
individual account settings you have for notifications, it will only use that setting. And then speaking of Instagram, Groupon is being sued by photographers for using their Instagram photos without permission. The class action lawsuit led by photographer Christine Dansell was,
Oh, I thought you were going to say Danzig.
was filed in the Illinois...
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear what you mean, what you say. Father, That was one of the early MTV videos I watched, and he used to have a mesh shirt on.
Oh, that's where you got your style from.
Yep.
Glenn
I
Danzig.
can,
Makes
see him
sense.
I can see him with a mesh shirt on every day of the
Totally.
week.
So anyway, this was filed in the Illinois Cook County Circuit Court last week, and it claims that over 1,000 Instagram photographers have had their photos stolen as a core part of Groupon's advertising strategy. Now, the suit states that Groupon intentionally creates the false impression that the consumers appearing in the photos are endorsing. Now, this photo usage causes potential consumers to think that people in the photos are satisfied Groupon customers, even though they are not.
I didn't know Groupon was still a thing.
I know, right?
It was really big, and then it was just like,
huge.
guys, I
actually
don't
had
want
to-
your discounts.
I had to unsubscribe because it was every day I was getting an email, and I'm like, all right, I'm over this.
They even went public, too.
Yeah. Now, Dancel says she shot a photo of herself at a restaurant last summer and shared the image on Instagram. Soon after, she found that Groupon had used her photo in a deal offer for that same restaurant because she tagged the restaurant. Now, Dancel says the usage is a violation of the 1999 Illinois Right of Publicity Act, which protects people from their name, image, or likeness being used without their permission. And according to its website, Instagram does not allow advertisers to use uploaded photos without users' consent.
Yeah, that was my question, was that a thing? Do you have any GoPro stories today?
I do, yes.
Okay, because I was just going to update on the stock.
On the Instagram thing, how many accounts can you have on that?
5.
5. Up to
5?
5. Yes.
Interesting.
Yep. Phone call.
Wait, weird.
Hello? Yeah, hello? Is Jared there?
Yes, Taco Bell.
Hello, yeah. I was wondering if you could tell everybody to follow me at Taco Bell Becky on Instagram, because I'm going to be really active now because I have multiple accounts and I like multiples. And don't be fooled by the fake bitches trying to pretend they're for me, because it's not me. At Taco Bell Becky, and screw you, Steven. Goodbye.
He can't wait. You know he can't wait to do this in person.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
people are
sure.
going to be. He's going to go over the top. You know that it's going to be like the Todd show, and it would be like Todd.
You know what I would like to have? If anybody does caricatures out there, I'd love to have caricatures of these people so that when they call in,
That would be
their
awesome.
picture
Their
comes
name
up on the
pops up
phone,
on the
like
screen.
on the phone now,
Yeah.
like a news.
They should do
So
that.
send those caricatures to Noah@fronosphoto.com.
Taco Bell Becky, the
Meredith.
Root 2, Meredith, the Union guy,
Oh, the Union guy, B&H, yep.
and Baby Beckham.
And Joe.
Baby Beckham.
Baby Beckham. And I'll get to the GoPro story in a little
That's
bit.
fine.
It's coming up. Now, on to some sad news this week. Artur Fisher has passed away at the age of 96. He's known in the photo community for inventing the synchronized camera flash. Now, Fisher received the patent for the sync flash system back in 1947 after having issues attempting to photograph his
1947.
newborn daughter. He said in a recent interview, getting a good shot just wasn't possible at the time. And I said, I want to have a picture of my daughter, and if all else fails, I need to build my own flash.
He should have just gotten an iPhone.
The system he then created triggered a flash when a camera shutter was released. Now, in another interview, he said, in quotes, at the time, you could only use a powder flash for interior shots, which you had to ignite with a cord. It was dangerous and the picture quality was poor because the subject usually blinked at the flash. Now, Fisher has patented an average of 16 inventions a year, with 1,100 total patents in his lifetime, which actually beats out Edison. Edison, I think, only had like 1,093.
Only.
Or something like that. Nerd! Now, Fisher is best known.
In 3, 2, 1. What is all that yelling?
He is best known, though, for his invention of the universal Fisher-Dowell wall plug, though.
What is a
Amazing.
Fisher-Dowell wall?
It's just the
Wait a
wall plug,
second.
but it's a standard one that he issued.
Oh, no, that's Siri. Who won what is all the ye inventor of the universal Fisher-Dowell wall plug? I guess it was listening to you.
That's funny. Now, Brides Magazine has caused an uproar in the photo community after publishing
we're
an
going there?
article. Yeah, we're going there. That states brides shouldn't feed their photographers at their wedding. You getting ready?
Oh, I'm taking my jacket
yeah.
off.
Now, in the article,
boy.
which has since been deleted, by the way, they did delete it, wedding planner Sandy Malone, it's coming all off. She gives brides advice on which vendors are responsible for feeding at a wedding and which they can leave out.
How do you do this again?
Now, Malone says that brides should examine their contracts to see if feeding the vendor is explicitly required. If not, she says it's up to common sense. She says photographers should be taking photos during dinner and not eating. In quotes, a photographer, for example, should be taking pictures through the wedding dinner.
No, you shouldn't.
With some breaks to let people unselfconsciously feed themselves without a camera in their faces.
Hold on, Dave.
Buckle your seatbelts. Here comes another ranty Mick Ranterson.
Oh, is it my turn yet?
It's your turn.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me
I'll
put
come
my-
back to
yeah,
this,
let me
but you
put my
want to rant
shirt
real
back.
quick on this?
Well, do you want to finish the story part?
Yeah, I'll finish the story first. However, Malone makes an exception for traveling photographers from out of town or for destination weddings, mainly for vendors who are staying in accommodations that don't have kitchens or room service. She also makes an exception for wedding planners.
No,
like
fuck
herself.
fuck the wedding planner.
She says your wedding planning team, for example, will probably be on deck from the crack of dawn until your reception is over. You'll be required to feed them.
What's her name?
Sandy Malone.
Sandy Malone.
She's a wedding planner.
You're a wedding planner and an asshole, allegedly. No, I don't know you personally. Your article is a joke. Let me just start with that. I don't know. You're probably a very nice woman and all that good stuff. The hardest working person on the day of a wedding is not the wedding planner. It's the photographer who is there at the salon at 7 a.m. watching
Same
the girls
time.
get better looking when they put spray paint on their face, which is what I've noticed many times at weddings. From there, you then have to go with them to their house to get the photos taken. And from there, you're then going to the reception to the wedding part where you're taking your peanut butter sandwich and eating it in the car on the ride
Crackers,
over,
whatever,
or
yeah.
the crackers,
Yep.
or protein. I even had girl pass out once at a bridesmaid passed out in the bathroom. And I didn't know. I was standing outside of the bathroom.
What happened when you found her?
Well, I walked away because I thought she just knocked something over. Little did I realize it was her head hitting the wall. I shot her wedding too later on.
Oh, man.
But it's a funny story now. She passed out. But the hardest working people are the wedding photographers. We are there at the longest, more so than the wedding planner. The wedding planners can be at the venue. They're not there in the morning all the time. But to say that the photographer doesn't need to eat, it was in my contract that the photographers were to be fed an actual meal, not the shitty, come into the kitchen and eat your crappy tuna sandwich.
And that's what she writes too, that if it's not explicitly written in a contract, then disregard.
Even
Taco
if
Bell.
it's not explicitly written in the contract, even if it's not explicitly written, you should be feeding the people that are working.
Yeah.
It's
the
just
DJ.
douchey. It's just douchey.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, to say that you don't feed the wedding photographers, they should bring their own food, but pay people like the wedding planners is just stupid. The fact that they took this down means they got so much heat is not even funny. I didn't want to rant on it to make a separate video because with Steven and I discussed this, I like making rant videos, but they don't serve a lot of purpose in adding a lot of value other than me just getting angry or positive in another way in certain rant videos. So I don't want to be always making these things and yelling, but that's what the podcast is for.
Exactly.
We can do that. Absolutely horrible advice. If you are a wedding photographer or you're getting married, take care of the people that are working their ass off and just get them a meal.
On a side note, you would have loved to hear the first conversation I had with Jared about shooting a video and having to feed the crew. Oh. Why do I have to feed people? I'm already paying them. Why the hell would I feed them on top of that?
When was that?
Probably out in the park with Matt Martin when we were shooting the Frono's photo getting out of auto.
Oh, the beginner's guide years ago.
So talk about the last video guide and what we ate every day.
Oh, we ate sushi. We ate healthy. It was good.
Because-
I'm talking about the first conversation I had with Jared.
Well, but it's obvious that everybody who's working their ass off can't leave and have lunch. I need to supply the lunch.
Crews work on their stomachs. So if you want the best results, whether it's your wedding photographer or it's guys you hire on your shoots, feed them well, and they will ride or die.
And what you will notice is that most of the time the crew is given crap. They're given hamburgers and it's pizza, and you can't work
Taco
on
Bell?
pizza.
Yes.
Is just straight up carbs,
All about
and you
it.
can't work.
Love it.
I can't perform. Todd knows what happens after lunch. What used to happen after lunch? You guys do realize,
You have changed,
that
yeah.
I do not crash after lunch anymore.
Used to be bad.
It used to be really bad.
We'd have 20 videos to shoot, and we'd come back from lunch, and you'd be like, I don't feel like doing anything.
That's because of eating terrible food, eating pizzas, eating anything carb related and not protein loading. So I make sure that during a video shoot, we're ordering sushi in, we're ordering chicken
Lobster
meals.
from Maine.
We get that.
Spare no expense. I'm writing it off anyhow.
If Josh was like the next guide we do, Josh is going to cater it.
He catered your Super Bowl party.
He did.
Yeah.
So
Chicken was good.
It was good.
Chicken was good.
Sorry.
Now, also,
Yeah.
back on that story, what's funny is that I found another article. I was Googling to see if I can find this article that was deleted, and I found an old article dating back 2 years, also from brides.com, that states that you should feed your photographers.
You
Saying,
want to talk about clickbait?
saying definitely yes to the question of if you should feed your vendors, and it specifically lists the photographers. And the article says, plan on feeding any wedding professionals who will be there with you at the reception. This includes your wedding planner, photographer, videographer, and DJ or band, plus their assistants.
If I was a wedding photographer regularly, I would make sure that I eat.
Yep.
I was fed, and then I would also feed the bridesmaids.
But I'll post both contradicting articles on the website for you guys to check out.
FronosPhoto.com/rawtalk-170. And remember, it's a bonus that the video goes up Sunday night and all of the news goes up Monday.
Where's the news? I can't believe it's not up on Monday.
Oh my God.
Sunday.
Here's
another thing for you people shooting weddings. If they offer you alcohol, my general rule of thumb is absolutely not.
Oh, hell yes.
Absolutely not.
Hell yes.
You're there to do work. You're not there to drink. And you don't want to, I
agree.
Just say, no, thank you. I'll stick to water.
Yeah.
And maybe at the end of not even at the end of the night. It's in my opinion, you got to stay professional, and you don't drink even if they offer you drinks.
What if you're do a rail in the car before you go in?
What if you're shooting like a friend's wedding for free, and it's a low-key
It's
wedding?
a totally different animal.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
what I
talking
figured.
about you don't know
when you're a hired gun type.
You're a
thing.
hired gun.
Yeah.
You're working for somebody.
Yep.
You stay away from the alcohol altogether.
Yep.
You can go out later and have a drink, or if they invite you back to a party and you want to hit on a bridesmaid, then that's okay. No roofies, Todd.
So another Super Bowl has passed, and another 360-degree
Super Bowl?
gigapan has been taken.
Oh, really? Who did it?
Photographer James Blakeway.
Wait, are you upset, Mr. Bergman,
Yeah, right.
that you didn't take it? Because he does it for
baseball,
everything.
doesn't he?
Yeah,
Usually?
baseball.
Yeah. Now he took a 26 gigapixel interactive 360-degree panorama of the big game right from the center of the field, or close to the center.
Wow.
He says the final image consists of hundreds of photos stitched together, although it only took a matter of minutes to take the photos. However, it took 14 hours to process the whole image in post, resulting in a file size of about 17 gigs. And you can view the interactive photo. It's over on the website. It's actually on NFL.com. Which even allows you to tag people in the stands or add them as a friend on Facebook. I thought that was interesting.
That is cool.
You can zoom in on the crowd and be like, click add friend,
Hey, there's Joe delivering beer.
if they're tagged. Yeah.
It's number 16? It's number 14. That's Joe. Speaking of Joe,
You saw him, right?
I saw
How did you see him? What were you doing?
I was at the Flyers game, and we know that Joe does a lot of work for Airmark.
You work at that arena for
So
all
he
the
works
events,
at the
right?
arenas. He also is the beer. Hey, beer man. Whoa, that lady who used to sell peanuts. How old is she?
Peanuts.
Oh, Cheryl, she's 64, I think.
So this lady.
She's
got like a
64
rocker.
is what he said because he doesn't have a microphone and never will.
So this lady, she used to be the peanut lady. So she'd be like, "Hey, peanuts," and that's what she sounds like. And then she would do that. She used to be the ice cream lady.
Ice cream.
Get your ice cream. I have no idea.
Oh, that's Stacy.
I have no idea.
Thanks, Joe.
Peanuts.
Then she would be
Peanuts.
like, "Hey, ice cream."
Peanuts. No, thank you. I have one right here.
Anyway, so we were just over at the. I was at the game. Worst Flyers game.
They lost?
They were atrocious.
Is it cold at a hockey's game?
Yeah, it's cold.
Hockey's plural. You never
All
been
of
to a
them.
hockey game?
No.
Oh, I should have taken
I
you
went to
with
an
me,
art school. I didn't even know who was playing at the Super Bowl until I asked my wife.
who didn't show up for the party. So Joe, I texted Joe. I'm like, "You working? What are you working?" He's like, "I'm at Campo's Steaks." And so we went looking for him, and then I figured I would Snapchat Joe in the wild, and you could see the Snapchat right here where he turns and looks. It's kind of funny. It was just kind of funny. So we went Joe spotting. All right, back to news.
On the topic of sports, a rare Carl Zeiss 1000mm f5.6 Miritar lens that was used solely by Sports Illustrated
Does he have large talons?
to photograph the World Series. It's now being sold on eBay. The lens, which is only one of 28 ever made, is going for about $30,000, and it's being sold by Roberts Camera. The lens has been modified for the Nikon F mount as well and is listed as good condition.
Todd, where's your cup holder?
What?
No, you don't have a cup holder yet?
No, Joe, hold this for me.
Not Joe. I thought your tether table would do that.
Well, Laura's fronting on me, apparently.
What?
She said she sent it. She sent me an email.
She sent you pictures?
She sent me an email that said it was coming. I don't want to discuss what else was attached to it.
Well, when was it being shipped?
I don't know. Apparently, it's by mule.
Apparently, it's right here. Oh my God! There's a note on it. I didn't even see this.
Is there pictures attached?
It says.
Is it a love note
It
to
says.
Todd?
Oh wait, hold on. Oh my God! There's stickers
Dear
too.
Todd.
Shut the F up. Here's your damn tether table.
Shut your pie hole. Stop
Stop
talking about
tweeting
my
me.
rack.
Jared and Todd, hope you enjoy the gear. Here's some jerk stopper stickers too.
Church
Laura.
stopper stickers.
These are great because Todd could definitely put this on his forehead.
Yep.
All right, here, take this to him, but don't open it during the show. We'll get it ready for next show. Let
That's
me read
funny.
the packing slip.
They give us more than just a tether table.
I think there's more in there.
Nice.
We have Tether Table Aero MacBook Pro 17-inch black.
Wow.
Aero black MacBook 17-inch Pro pad non-slip padding black 2nd generation. Aero system cup holder.
Cup holder.
Jerk stopper tethering camera support.
Yeah, we need them.
Jerk stopper computer support, fixed mount with Velcro 3-pack subtotal. Demo equipment for review, out of state sale, exempt from sales tax. Todd, you are a sexy beast. Thank you, JK.
She didn't say that.
Thank you, Laura.
Wait, what does JK mean at the bottom? Joking? That's not an L, that's a J. All right, now, did you have to drop it on the floor?
That's
Sorry,
definitely
Laura.
broken.
Send me another one. My bad.
So thank you, Tether Tools, for finally sending that out.
Thank you, Laura.
So it's going for $30,000 on eBay. Now the lens has been modified for the Nikon F mount. Listed as good condition, but it has heavy wear and may have major cosmetic blemishes.
Like
you can
Todd.
find a link to the listing if you're interested in buying one or
What?
buying something more practical like a freaking car. But there's a link over on the
How
website.
much was
for you
it?
to
How
check
much
it
is
out.
that lens?
$30,000.
No, Todd, you said it has cosmetic blemishes, and I said so does Todd.
Yeah, for sure. The 58th annual Grammys are this week, and they're switching up this year's award by building a GoPro into it. Here's your GoPro story for you. Calling it the Grammy Cam. Now, the new awards are designed to capture...
Granny Cam, that's Todd's favorite website.
They're designed to capture a live view of the winner's perspective, so the viewers will now be able to see a first-person POV on live television. Phone call.
Goddamn son of bitches! Somebody's trying to see my mama's titties. My good old Grammy. I heard the Oscars trying to come around, and those Obama putting things and peepers around my Grammy and seeing her Friday titties. Son of bitches. Now I'll tell you what, if anybody comes around, Oscar or Big Bird, I will punch him square in the jib. Goodbye, everybody. So long, Jew.
Oh, that's terrible. So Evan Green, CMO of the Recording Academy, says that the tagline for this year's awards is Witness Greatness. He goes on to say, as we started thinking about the incredible moments, the never-before-seen and unexpected moments that take place,
Right.
we asked, how can we provide fans access and a point of view they've never before experienced? That's how this idea hatched.
Yeah, so when Kanye goes up there and takes the thing and shoves it down his pants, or shows Kardashian's huge ass, you're gonna. This isn't. They're not giving the awards.
No.
With GoPros, it's
This is
just
a
the
dummy
one they're
award. It's
handing
It's always
them.
a fake one, anyways.
Exactly.
For
They're
the
just
show.
dummy awards
It's
It's
now.
gonna
Todd-
be a lot of this.
How many do you have, Todd?
That's what it's gonna look like the whole show.
And the real Gramophone Awards, they'll be cameraless, engraved, all that jazz, and sent to the winners after the show. And the camera itself, it's a modified GoPro camera stripped of its body, and it'll be battery powered with its signal being sent wirelessly via RF to a broadcast truck outside, which will then get live streamed.
If they're actual GoPros, though, it won't sync up to anybody's phone, so it won't work.
Probably.
GoPro is down 30 cents today to $10.29.
What was that last week? Like 12?
It was about 9
Okay.
or so. It's being stable right there. Now, it's an interesting play because it
will
really
be-
shouldn't go much lower. When they reevaluate their entire system of we're going to have 3 cameras plus we'll maybe come out with a 360 thing at some point and a drone, that's only 5 items.
And also, I wonder if other award shows will follow suit with this kind of trophy
Well,
award camera going on.
The coolest cam that I've seen recently was the Pylon
Strip
cam.
cam? Oh, sorry.
Pylon cam.
I don't think I saw that one.
They've been doing it for the end of the year in the NFL, and they did it in the Super Bowl where there's a camera in the pylon on all 4 sides.
Okay.
So I think it's all 4
I
sides.
did. Yeah, you're right. I did.
It's
see
actually
that.
a great
yeah,
view.
That is cool.
Yeah,
It's
it is
actually really cool.
Yeah.
I'm always a big fan of more options when it comes
Me
to
too.
cutting together content.
Well, in
So-
Major League Baseball, they put one in the dirt in front of the batter's
I've seen
box
that,
during things. They've also started to put cameras in bases, so when the guy dives back when he's getting a lead, you get
yeah.
that, and then they move the,
Just put
the
it on
dirt.
a bat. Now, this is pretty interesting. A skier shot bullet time-like footage by simply swinging his iPhone around him as he's skiing down a mountain. So using a string tied to an iPhone 6, skier Nicholas Vognier went down a mountain swinging it around his head, creating like a Matrix-style video, which he calls Centrophone.
Mr. Anderson.
He didn't just simply tie the phone onto the string either. He has like a special mount that keeps the phone pointed in his direction at all times. It took him a while to perfect it as well. He says, after almost 2 years of tinkering and tweaking, I finally achieved the result I was looking for. Now, he says no iPhones were harmed during the making of this video as well, and he's planning on posting a behind-the-scenes making of video to showcase how his system works. And you can see the awesome video, posted that over on the website too.
Very nice.
It is cool with the special mount that he has where the
Interesting.
iPhone still is just filming him and
Wow.
not just swinging around a freaking rope.
What did he do? Tie it onto one of those little helicopter caps?
I don't know. You can't really tell the kind of mount that he made. It doesn't show that in the video, but again, the making of video is going
Interesting.
to come out soon. Yeah. Now, on to actual 360-degree video. NASA has released 360-degree footage from the Mars Curiosity rover. Awesome. The visual consists of a vista of Mars Namib dune, and it's more of a photo than video since the rover's just not moving. It's more like an image, still image, but it's really cool to look down at the rover unit itself since it is 360 degrees. I just wanted to bring that up, posted that one as well over on the website. Crazy that they can send this and transmit it from Mars.
Anything from space is pretty cool.
So cool.
Go watch The Martian.
Yep.
Read the book first.
Yep. Drone news. The FAA says there's officially now more registered drone pilots than actual pilots in the U.S. FAA Administrator Michael Horta says the agency passed a milestone last week when it reached over 325,000 registered drone owners, and there's only 320,000 registered manned aircraft pilots.
How many Stone
currently.
Temple pilots do they have registered?
They note that the larger number is most likely due to most drone operators owning multiple UAVs. And Horta said the speed with which registration has taken off is proof that government and industry can work together. On that note, a drone operator has been arrested after crashing a drone into the Empire State Building.
Oh.
Sean Niven Riddle was filming around the iconic New York City
Sean
building.
Niven
What's his
Riddle?
name again?
Sean Niven Riddle.
Niven Riddle?
Ah, yeah, Niven Riddle.
So
I think he went to Hogwarts, didn't he?
Again, he was filming around the building when he crashed his drone into the 40th floor of the skyscraper. Now, this caused a frenzy of local and federal officers to swarm the building before arresting him. Fortunately, the drone didn't hurt anyone. Officials say the UAV hit the building and then proceeded to fall to the 35th floor landing. So it didn't crash to the ground, luckily. While investigators believe the crash
So what,
wasn't...
it bounced off of it?
It pretty much hit the 40th floor and then landed on the 35th floor. The
Whoa,
landing.
it was 40 floors high?
Oh, they
40th
do have
floor.
those little...
Like it must have
balcony
smacked in the
levels.
window.
Well, it's
and
for
then
when you
just
jump. When you
Yeah.
jump, you don't actually hit the ground because
Yeah.
you can't get out far enough.
Right. Gotcha.
And they don't believe the crash was intentional, but he was arrested on the spot and was charged with reckless endangerment. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yep, very stupid.
And you know what's stupid about that is that we were just talking the other day about like video blocks and like getting stuff from like cities.
Yeah.
There is probably every shot you could possibly want flying around the Empire State Building on a video blocks or some other service. Why you would need to do that drone shot is beyond me.
Now, I still don't know if he was doing photography stills or video. The police claim that he was only taking pictures, but I believe in another article they said that he was filming.
Either or.
So,
I
either or,
guarantee
you're right.
you can find the
Even
shot
if you
you're
did
looking
frame
for.
grabs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go
That's all
ahead.
right. A unique photo series this week by photographer Anna Hell. Now, the project called Secret Friends, it features portraits of people bent down facing the photographer with their backs to the camera. Creating an odd-shaped figure, the photographer drew funny character faces on the back and proceeded to dress up the body, making like a strange Eggman-like picture. Did you see this?
No, is that like penis pictures?
Very, very weird. The photographer says, I am a
Mushroom
photographer
pictures?
who plays with the ordinary and deconstructs it to reveal another perspective.
Was it cool or not?
It was very cool. It was unique. Let's give it that. The best way
Unique
I
New
can
York.
describe it is like it almost looks like pictures of like Mike Wazowski from like Monsters Inc. That's kind of what it looked like, an Eggman.
No, Mike was. Oh, yes, he's the
little
one with the
one-eyed
eye.
monster
Yeah.
guy. Yeah,
Billy Crystal.
Yeah, if he was like a real person, that's kind of how this looked. And you can find a link to the portrait series to see what I'm talking about. It's over on the website as well. And we have one final story
Thank
of
God.
the week. Another odd photo choice.
Hot?
A couple decided to take some newlywed photos at KFC. Lewis and Ashley Davis of New Zealand stopped by Lewis's favorite fast food joint on the way to their wedding reception after the actual ceremony. Now, surrounded by their wedding party, the couple shared a kiss in the Kentucky Fried Chicken parking lot. Ashley says, I usually would have never agreed to do something like this and would have said no, but our wedding day was so perfect and relaxing that I figured, why not? She went on to say how he wanted to grab a bite while he was there.
They should have gone to Popeyes.
She
Seriously.
says, in
Yes.
quotes, he wanted to go in and eat, but I said no. No, we have to go. It was raining, so I was trying to move along. He was quite annoyed about that.
But anything?
I wonder if the honeymoon was finger looking good.
Lewis says that he eats there at least 3 times a week, and his wife, however, she's pretty indifferent about it. He says she's really into trying ethnic cuisines. When we go out, I tend to pick something
his name?
safe and then pick up a KFC on the way home.
What's his name?
Lewis. And you can see the resulting photos over on the website and check them out.
Yeah, hello? John? I was just wondering if you wanted to come be my prom date. I was gonna go to Taco Bell ahead of time for the date dinner, the prom dinner, and we get some quesadillas, and possibly we could get some hot sauce and rub it all over ourselves. Just meet me by the dumpster next to Harry. Goodbye.
It's always by the dumpster where you guys meet at.
It's just Todd's reverting back to his old days when he had to meet
yeah.
his girlfriend by the dumpster.
Let me tell
meet me
you,
by the dumpster.
I
It's
grew
not
up in a
weird.
small town. When the Taco Bell was built in the town next to us,
Best thing
you
ever.
would have thought the President of the United States had moved into town. It was such an event. We were waiting outside, just driving by, watching it get built.
So you actually lived the life of Taco Bell Becky as a young
I
teen.
pretty much am. Well,
All right,
Yeah.
keep going.
That's it for photo news this week.
All right, we need some.
KFC music?
Why don't we just do some chicken barnyard animal music? Brought to you by audioblocks.com/go/fro in 3, 2, 1 barnyard music. He's gonna lose his laptop.
right before I put the tether table together, it's gonna fall out of my lap. And
So the tether table is being gear of the week this week.
Okay. But we're not going to actually
How's it
open it
look?
up yet.
We're not going to open it
How
up.
does it look? It's a beautiful cardboard
It's a nice box.
Nice box. It's it's got a
I can use
jerk
this?
stopper and everything in it. Oh, I know.
Glad Jared gave this to me in advance, so here we go. Thanks.
Look at that. Works perfectly.
Oh, look at that.
Set.
Thank you so much, Laura. Here's my tether table. It's amazing.
Something tells me I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
This is amazing tether table here.
All right, so that's gear of the week.
Where's the cup holder?
Now we do what? Flying solo?
Flying solo. Yep.
Flying solo, then Wheel of Fro, and then I go.
Yes.
All right, so I asked you guys for questions, like I do during Flying Solo. It's usually related to photography, and generally speaking, for the people that say that we don't talk about photography anymore, this is all about photography.
The whole news segment was about photography.
No,
So this is flying solo.
it's Flying Solo.
Dave?
Put your seats in the upright position and keep your opinions to yourself, because we're flying solo.
Thank you, Dave.
Andrew Mayberry.
Mayberry.
Okay, so this is one that I'm grappling with. As my profile as an amateur becomes bigger and more people visit my Facebook page and my website that trickles over into my personal page and business, I'm always scared to be public and try to keep them separate, but it's increasingly hard. How do you cope?
We were just talking about
How
that.
do you cope with this, and when did you finally say, to hell with it, I'm a public figure and let the public into my personal life?
Jared's personal life is public life.
Well, so when I first started, you can add up to
Everybody doesn't know it didn't happen.
You add up to 5,000 people onto your personal Facebook page. And so I was just adding 20, 30, 50, 100 people a day.
You're peaked, right? At the top?
Yeah, but that was before I started the fan page. And then I started the fan page so that you could have more people there. And then also Facebook made some changes that with the personal page, you can now have people that follow it, but you don't have to be friends
You're
with
right.
them.
And they only see your public posts.
The problem is I added way too many people, and there's way too many people that I don't. It's not that I don't care about them. It's just I don't want to see their every move because I don't know them.
You don't know them. Yeah.
Facebook is about knowing people, or was originally about knowing people.
Somewhat of a private feed. Yeah.
And now it's not. So when it comes to the business aspect of it, my personal is my personal. And yes, it does trickle over because some people follow it as if it is my business page. So if I put something out that's political or something, people are like, you shouldn't be doing this on your photo page. And I'm like, well, it's not. This is my personal page. And if you can't separate the two, then go away.
And if I love Bernie Sanders, I love him.
Is your personal page now like verified? Do they have verified?
Yeah, my personal page is verified.
It's not just pages. It's just even individual.
Yeah, I have the check mark. I was
profiles.
verified. Somebody must like us over at Facebook.
How do they verify you? They call you?
No, they know that you're a real person.
They just know, yeah.
Oh.
It would be cool if they called.
I feel like what if someone just made a fake account though?
This is Mark Zuckerberg.
Is that how he sounds?
Randy gave me your number.
Yeah, hello. This is Facebook. I was just
Sounds like
wondering if
Taco
this
Bell
is
Becky.
Jared.
Yes.
This is Jared. Okay. I gotta verify you now. Can we Snapchat together? I'm gonna send you my picture, then you send me yours. Don't be offended by the hot sauce. Goodbye.
All right. So you just have to be careful. Some people are going to get offended. In business, your Facebook page, if you are putting out certain personal beliefs and a wedding customer or client's coming and reading your personal beliefs, they may not want to hire you. They may not want to work with you.
Yep.
So you may want to be careful with what you put out there. Now, as a young person, some people are like, well, screw it, blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to live forever.
You can be who you want to be. Wait, that's that Common guy, right? No, that's Nas, right?
Nas.
I can be
Nas.
Nas guy, right?
My mom says Nas. Todd, did you see Nas was on the Grammys? I don't know why they're sending pictures of Grammy to everybody, though. I don't understand the Grammy cam, though.
Anyway, you just have to be careful. We'll leave it at that.
So what I do for Facebook friends is I typically put them in a separate list if I don't know them, under literally people I don't know. I have them in a list on there. So then I also go and unfollow them on their page so they don't come in my feed every single time I open up Facebook. So on top of that, they're not seeing my private post unless I make it public on purpose. So I can separate friends and people I don't know who are more fans.
It's a lot of work, though.
Twitter for me is more of a public.
We were just talking about this because I was like, I get friend requests from people I don't know, but I see you're friends with them, and you're friends with them, so I assume it's show people, and I'm like, I don't know how to separate that.
Yeah,
so
it's hard.
So
but
nothing happens. So I apologize.
I don't really add people anymore unless they're people I know.
And I don't think you really can because you're.
Well, I can delete most of them, but it's over it's almost it's like 4,800 people or so. So anyway. Ken Gonzalez, opinions on Sony's new Pro G Master Glass. With the recent A6300 and the new glass announcement, do you think Sony is better poised to take a bigger bite out of Canon/Nikon's market share of the Pro market? Well, it's a first step. The thing that I've been saying for a long time is that they need glass. If you don't have glass, then the pros aren't going to follow. So yes, this is a step in the right direction. It just needs to continue on. Neil Southwell. Hi, Jared, Steven, and the Todd. So with the beta of your editing guide video being released to some guinea pigs, what was the most challenging part to video and edit?
What was the hardest part?
What was the most challenging part to video and edit?
All of Jared. Because it was 40 hours of video. That was the hardest part.
40 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 9-hour video guide. It's 3 times longer than the first one we did. So it was like Lord of the Rings. It was intense. So that was probably the hardest part. Outside of that, just figuring out where the best information came from. Sometimes Jared and I would repeat things. So sometimes, you got to pick and choose.
Well, the funny thing is,
you
know, Todd would say something, then I'd repeat it just in a better way so that I could look cool.
In a better way.
So you could pretend you knew how to edit?
Exactly. So there are some people that I've requested out to watch the video for multiple reasons. One, if they find anything wrong with it, or two, more so than anything, are testimonials, honest opinions on what they think about it, what they think about the whole process, and if they got something out of it. And that's just stuff that you need because testimonials are extremely important. Christian Gutierrez. Hey, Fro, I recently had a job interview where the company in question was looking for an inventory photographer. I figured, why not apply? At the interview, though, I found out that they take the photos of their inventory with their mobile phone, not a camera. I felt shocked that this company Didn't feel the need for better quality photos than those of mobile phone. Why bother trying to hire anyone in that case? What are your thoughts? My thoughts are that you're thinking about this entirely wrong. Why are you questioning whether they used why are you questioning the fact that they used a cell phone or a mobile phone to do this when you can come in there and say, hey guys,
Crush it. Yep.
I noticed that you're using a mobile phone. Let me show you how I can do this better. I would walk into that interview. Hold on. I would walk into that interview with photos of their inventory that's already better and put it out on the table and say, guys, I can do this for you. And by the way, I can do all these other things for you too. You should probably hire me. Make them hire you because they don't know, and you're just explaining to them that you can make this better.
Yeah, nobody likes to be told that they're wrong, but if you can just
Say you
show
can make
proof
it
of
better.
concept, like, hey, check this out. I was just thinking we could maybe do this.
Yeah.
Arthur Louie. So I've been in a slump, and I started going to the gym. How long were you going to the gym before you worked up the confidence to put out content? When you did you prepare a set of content ahead of time or just made them as you went along? Did you go into this with the intent of making a brand for yourself as at the beginning? So I've talked about obviously a lot of that stuff, but the gym wasn't the only thing that gave me the confidence and to make content. It was just decided what?
Cocaine.
I decided to just make content, and I felt better about myself in front of the camera because of the gym, but you can't put a time frame on it. What works for me, after pretty much 2.5 to 3 months, I was getting results. But I wasn't starting from somebody that I'm not saying you, but in general, I wasn't dropping 40 pounds. You know, I wasn't in a different place where I was trying to get back into shape. I was in a place where I was this guy right here. This photo, if for anybody watching at home, you can see it.
The wanker?
No. No, this is a shirtless
The
picture. This
wanker.
is part of the transformation, the before picture. And we could also put up the after picture, which I texted you last week.
Doesn't look like much of a change.
There was a huge change.
Bird chest.
Huge change was there. But I was starting from a point of an easier place to go. I actually put on
The only
10
thing that
pounds.
changed is you went from large shirts to medium shirts.
I
They're
went,
just getting tighter and tighter.
my God.
My shirts, my muscles are huge. What size is your shirt? Extra small.
It makes it look better.
Especially
So-
the gym shirts you have now.
The gym
Skin
shirt.
tight.
Yeah. Whatever, guys. Fine. I'm moving on. Josh P. Griggs, do you think a background in other arts such as painting and printmaking is useful in photography?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Painting, the same rules apply. Rule of thirds, all the things apply there. So absolutely, having painting and printing and knowing, especially like printing. If you know printmaking, then it's going to be easier to do at-home printing because you know a lot of this stuff. But any art visual thing that you have is going to help with photography.
I went from printing to photography. I worked at a photo lab for 7 years, and
Did you get to print
learned
nude
a
photos
ton.
any once in a while?
You could, because it's considered art. So I would print nude photos on occasion. There was one guy that would always come in with a set of nude portraits.
Of him?
Yeah, I got
not
a
a-
new batch for you, Steven. What'd you
But
think
if
of the
there's any
last
physical
one?
contact, we couldn't print that.
What if it was art? The art of the hand job.
Wait, what couldn't you show? What couldn't you
Like
print?
sex. Any physical contact, we couldn't print.
So what if they're really, really close? Like,
All right. So let's ask this question, because this was one of those things that used to happen in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and probably early 90s. The photos of my brother and I in the bathtub together. Not, you don't see, but we're in the bathtub.
bare-assing it.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of people that will post photos of their kids in the bathtub because their ass is turned,
Yeah.
and they'll post it. Like, we're talking kids.
Yeah.
What was the edict that they sent down about that?
There was nothing about that. I would still print that.
Right,
But I also knew
if
almost
there were
every
tiny
customer
mushrooms
that
in
would
the
come in
picture?
with those kind of pictures.
what if they had tiny mushrooms in the picture?
Little nuggets too.
Little nuggets, yeah.
But even that is a gray area because somebody would be like, "That's offensive." And
Regardless,
but
it's a very gray area, even what the official rules
I'm
are.
telling you,
And each state is different as well, by the way.
I was
California's a lot
home over the
different.
holidays, and we were looking through photo books, looking at my baby pictures, and there's my junk. I was bare ass, spread eagle, my junk just right there, the twig and berries.
And if they did
can we
this,
get
And I was like, Mom, why did you need a picture of my junk? Todd Harrison, stop talking like that. But Mom, my junk is here for everybody to look at. And I was like, did you use the wide angle lens too? Because that's a hefty son bitch right there. Todd Harrison, stop that.
I forget what the question was.
It was just about painting, and you already answered it.
I already did. Okay.
Cross pollination of arts.
Michael View.
Michael Vick?
Hey, Fro. The all-power Todd. Straight out of focus. An intern / poop shield. SCHED. Hey, Noah, you're a
Poop Schuler?
Wait, Noah, you're an educated. You have a bachelor. Wait, you have a master's in fine writing or something, right?
And here you are.
So what is that word? That's scheduler.
You're going to say scheduler?
That's scheduler?
Man, you really are bad with spelling.
That's scheduler? And you want to know why I was really bad with spelling as a kid?
Why?
Because I wouldn't spell scheduler SCHEDULER.
Why?
That's like, I guess that could be scheduler.
Scheduler.
Wow, my brain. Okay.
Scheduler.
Thanks for the $5 off shirts after filling out your survey. I just wanted to know how drastic is the change from shooting crop sensor to full frame. Basically, he asked this question because he said he was going to go from something like a 70D to a 5D Mark III, and he's saying that he has a 17-50 lens, and he's used to shooting that way. There is no drastic change. What you see is what you get. You don't have to get closer or further. Yes, a wider angle lens is going to be further away.
Is that a crop lens, though?
The 17-50 is, so you're not going to use that
you're
when you
gonna
go
be able
to
to put it on that
the
anyways.
other. But that's equivalent to almost a 24-70. So you just have to take that into consideration. I just wanted to answer that because I'm sure other people had that same question. David King, I'm new to the camera world, 3 years. And I own a D5200. So my question is, by today's standards, there can be a big difference from high professional DSLRs to say what I have. So I understand the expectation of a professional photographer. I assume it's that you should have this gear to be taken seriously. However, compare a D5200 to say what professional DSLRs are being used 10 years ago as professional norm. As a professional norm, could a D5200 still be used as a business at a starting point at least?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Why not? Yeah.
But I understand what he's saying, and that reading of it was actually what was here. A D5200 would probably be a hell of a lot better than my D2H or even better than my D2X, not in build quality, but in image quality.
Yeah, it's not going to be rugged like a D2X or something.
But again,
like
you
that.
can shoot with anything. I don't care if you have an iPhone or if you have the basic point and shoot.
Shot on iPhone
if you're
6S.
capable of shooting something, then that's all that matters. It's
Hey, bronchitis, why don't you shut your pie hole back there?
God.
Jeez.
First, it was Joe a couple months in a row having a cough. Never got it. Anyway, we need to keep moving on.
bird flu
So
up in
honestly,
here.
it doesn't matter what you have. It's that new Ziva virus.
Ziva. Who's got the keys to my... Oh.
Jeremy Marchand. Hey, Fro, Steven, Todd, and Shut Up, Joe.
Exactly.
Just wondering if you think using a free website domain with the domain company name is fine. Example, jmarchandphotography.weebly.com. No, that actually says jmarchandphotography.unprofessional.com in my opinion.
I think I'd rather send them to like an Instagram page or something like that.
So
to be honest.
I understand that he was saying that it says I'm a hobbyist who is building a portfolio with the intent of getting some paying weekends, evening gigs in the next year or so, but not looking to make a living at it. Love the show and hope you can make it out to Ottawa, Canada soon. Yeah, I mean,
he's not making a living off it.
Yeah, but he's saying he wants to make some money. It's just when you tell people your website, you want to tell them that your website is jmarchandphotography.com. Now you add in there .weebly.com, .wix.com, .squarespace.com, or squarespace.johndmarchand.
Yeah.
It's like
.blogspot.
when you sign up for
.pornhub.com.
.geocities.com.
GeoCities. Angel Fire.
Angel Fire. All right, we're going to go there. .zanga.com. It's not that expensive to have a Square. If you sign up for Squarespace for an entire year, by the way, go to squarespace.com/fro. You can get a 14-day free trial, no credit card needed. If you sign up for an entire year, they give you a domain name for free. It's $12.99 a year to have a domain name.
And that's great.
You save that the first year, and you will pay for it the next year after, year and year again. That's $12.99. That's $1 and
month.
change.
Almost, yeah.
No, a year.
I'm saying if you save up $1 and some change each month.
Exactly. If
pay it
Todd
off.
stops going to those booths that you slide dollars
Not
into,
gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I mean, you can even just buy your domain name and point it to your Facebook page.
Yep.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
You could do something like that. Thomas Nielsen. Hello, Jared, Stephen, Todd, and those two others who will probably never get microphones.
Never.
Me and a few friends have been fooling around with
Ooh,
launching
what's that look like?
launching a podcast. We got the subject and model down, but I feel we lack in the other departments, such as getting it out there.
Having Todd.
Step one to getting it out there is
Having Steven.
Step one to getting it out there is putting it out there. What would be your best overall tip for us to be? Thanks for creating what has become my favorite photography themed podcast and a great YouTube channel. It should be
Nice.
your favorite podcast of all time.
Ever. Best
Anyway,
podcast ever.
the first thing that you do is you put it out into the world and you get your friends to listen to it. And if it's any good, they're going to get their friends to listen to it and so on and so forth. But on the flip side, if you enjoy making it and it helps you get better at delivering something, it's not just about getting viewers. It's about doing it and getting the confidence to do it. It's going to help you in other angles. Like I told Dave Leno for many years that he should just start a podcast each week and do a weekly thing where he has segments and it goes on for an hour of him talking about sports, because what may happen are the people that do the hiring may actually listen to it and just like what he has to say, and it becomes a part of their life. We listen to Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith always would say, just start a podcast. There's nothing that says you can't sit in front of your phone and get a video mic micro or a video mic me or anything and just sit there and talk it, even no microphone, and just talk into it.
do it.
And put it out into the world. It doesn't really cost you very much. If you have something to say, somebody will probably listen, and no, that's not answering how to actually get this stuff there. That's my brother. It wasn't my neighbor. To actually get the stuff out there, you just start. You just do it.
And keep in mind where we started, or at least where you started at, was a single microphone, a cheap microphone too.
Crossing the 180.
It was way before that.
We had just the GoPro angle. Then we added a GoPro angle. Then we added multi-cam.
It was before.
Then
It was even before you.
Yeah, and then we added actual good microphones.
And you know what? When we were doing
took a while to get where we're
Frono's
at
movies,
now.
that was like my favorite day of the week doing Frono's movies.
And that was a big setup
And
too.
even though not that many people watch, I was
It
like,
had it has over 5,000 subscribers.
It's fun.
yeah,
Yeah, if we push that more,
we had some good set dressing for that podcast.
We still have
Damn
it.
right.
Yeah.
It may end up over at the new Fro Factory
Yep,
at some point, because I want Canon to send us a 4K projector at some point, and then we can do screenings. So thanks for your questions, guys. Jonathan Walters. Hey, Jared, Stephen, Todd, Joe, and most likely a phone cameo of Fro's dad. He actually already called before the show.
He did right before it.
With music regulations becoming more...
That's him.
Nope, that's not him.
Jared.
With music
Might be
regulations
Joe's.
becoming more and more strict, I see a lot of contracts with concerts I shoot placing an emphasis on no video. Did you run into this and lose potential content for video since you shoot a lot of video to teach? Or is it something you simply redlined? I like to do live videos for my viewers to try and experience it with me, but I get more and more contracts forbidding any video thanks in advance. Funny thing is, I usually just do it.
And you can do it usually, but the big shows like the arena shows, they'll have someone in the pit from the band, like watching and making sure you don't have a GoPro with you or any type of video recording device.
So, generally speaking, for people that aren't doing what we're doing, which is education, we're not selling it. I actually think it benefits the band when we do it, because people, and we usually
It's
drop the
different
music
for
way
us,
down.
yes.
We drop the music way down. Like the Macklemore one, I dropped the music all the way down because I didn't want it to get picked up as an issue. But will I
It's a fine
redline
line,
it?
though.
It is a fine line. I don't really shoot that many shows anymore because of contracts, because I don't want to shoot the live stuff. But if it's a band I'm working with all day, they don't care. They'll let me put a GoPro on the camera.
I just photographed Muse, and I'm pretty sure it was in their contract that you couldn't do video.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they had a contract?
They did.
Yeah. David Putzer. Putzer. Putzier.
Putzier.
This is a serious branding question.
Ooh, serious.
Your
Everybody
branding
be
is
quiet.
rooted in Fro. What happens as you approach your 40s and you start losing hair? Not that you will, but let's face it, your hairline isn't where it was in your 20s. The funny thing is, my hairline is exactly where it was.
That,
like a
Eddie
widow's
Munster,
peak, didn't you?
that Eddie Munster hairline ain't going nowhere.
Let me show you the Eddie Munster hairline picture right now.
I just want to see a gray fro. That's what I want to
Well,
see.
just look at who was the guy
Here,
that I
I'll show you.
interviewed?
Bruce
Here,
Bennett.
I'll show you a
Look
great
at
fro.
Bruce
Hold
Bennett.
on
He's got
one
a,
second.
he's got a mini fro.
Todd's going to show us a gray fro. This photo right here. Look at that.
You look so cool.
Douchebag.
No, that is a great photo, and that's a self-portrait I
Best
did, by the
photo
way.
ever.
Look, my hairline isn't receding there. It's just that's my hairline.
Widow's peak, yeah.
And so I still have the same look.
You do.
It's still there.
Yep.
So
Let's shave it. See if it's still there.
yeah, no, I'm not losing anyway. I just wanted to point that out. As catchy as it is, if you had to do over, would you reconsider having your branding being so Fro-centric?
Good question.
Should permanent branding be based on something superficial that may not stand the test of time? No. I mean, it was what it was. And you don't need a fro to be successful. Look at El Macias. He's bald.
He's the opposite. Yep.
He's the exact opposite, and it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Do I regret doing it? Absolutely not. We're 6 years in almost 6 years for the website, but the idea was slightly before. No, I don't regret doing it. I also know that this is not a company that I could sell because it's Frono's photo and it's nothing unless I'm
another
involved.
Afro guy.
Well, you do like
buys
Wendy's.
it.
Just sell it and then hire somebody that has an afro.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
But they can't deliver the stuff. So
Well, I don't know about that. It's pretty easy to do.
the whole point of saying, will I lose hair? Maybe I may go bald. Who knows? You never know.
Well, your dad still got hair.
That's
right?
my dad. No, he's balding in
Is
the
he?
back, but
You
I
You know
don't
what
have
it comes
his hair.
from? They say it comes from your mom's.
Yeah, I have my mom's father's. Well, he was bald, but my uncle had the Jew fro of all Jew fros.
Would you get hair plugs?
No. If I go bald, I go bald. It is what it is.
Well, you got an Afro wig over there. You're set either way.
There you go. Boom,
Yeah.
done. Yep.
So, no, I'm not worried about it. No, I wouldn't go back and change it. And no, I wouldn't recommend somebody doing something with it. If I lose my hair, it's going to be at a point where it's so established at this point that I'll be like, okay.
You'll be like Modest Yahoo, shaving off your beard, but shaving off your Afro.
That
didn't
that
work out too well.
that's a little different.
But it is nice, though, when you get recognized literally everywhere because they see the fro from like a mile away.
Yeah.
Did you
So
hear
that
that
is good.
person? They recognized me. They said they're a fan.
Dave Stufflebeam. What up, everyone? Hi, Todd. I know you like my name.
Sucks.
So my question is about trademarking and or copyright logos and company names. Is it worth
Copyright
it?
Stupplebeam just did that, so I own you now.
Should you do both, or is one better than the other? As always, keep up the amazing work. Now, copywriting is an important thing that you do. You copyright your images. You copyright your logo. You can copyright logos.
Screenplays.
Yeah, stuff like that. I've got trademarks on I Shoot Raw in the United States and trademarks on Frono's Photo in the United States. Other places around the world, it is
Screw
what
that.
it
In
is.
Europe.
In Europe, it is what it is. We'll discuss that one day. We'll discuss that. We'll see. I'm still waiting to hear about that. That's a fun discussion that we will have
yeah.
one day. One day.
Speaking of Modest Yahoo.
One day, some people wanna change, for people the same. So stop with your crying, stop with the lying. For people. Anyway, look, I don't think it's extremely important. You can put a TM. You can put TM on anything. That means that you are using it. That gives you some sort of protection, but it doesn't give you the same protection as a registered trademark, which is when you officially get a trademark registered. Then you are. It's harder.
Send it to yourself in the mail. That always works.
It's harder than for
Post
somebody. It's harder than for somebody to come after you when you have a registered trademark because you've already been approved and it's already gone to the 30-day refusal thing where somebody could oppose it in the United
So it
States.
only takes 30 days for that process?
It takes almost a year or more.
Oh, wow.
It depends. And the whole point of a trademark is like, yeah, I have a trademark on I Shoot Raw, but I'm not going to go after Joe Schmo who's making his own T-shirt. The whole point is trademarks they get really expensive to defend because you now have to get a lawyer to just fight somebody because there's confusion. Yeah. Now, there may not be confusion. There's other companies in the world that use the word raw in other senses.
Sushi.
We use stuff in terms of photography, and there can't be confusion, in my opinion, with other things, with other type of apparel.
like porn.
Or the raw rolling papers,
Oh.
that I see at stores. Nelson Guzzo. Fro, Todd, Steven, and the helpers. When you calibrate your monitor, is there a trick or even a need to calibrate your camera LCD screen itself?
Just ignore it. Don't ever do it.
Can the Spider 5 do it? Why calibrate now? So that is a good question. I wish these things would allow us to calibrate our screens on the back of our cameras. That would make absolute sense to do that. I know that I believe our people at Nikon we've discussed it, and they said that they haven't been able to get the companies to do it. But if the Spider Atomos version can calibrate your Atomos, which that makes sense too, because if you calibrate the whole point of calibration, I just put out a video. Well, we just filmed a video, right?
Yep.
the whole point of all is that if you have 7 screens, or Steven has screens at home, PCs and Mac, I've got my Macs and laptops and iMacs, and Todd has his, that we all have the same color calibrated monitor.
Yeah,
so we
very
know that
important.
we're all looking at the same thing. It helps with printing, color correcting.
Color correction,
For a
huge.
basic set, like a ruler has 1 inch on it. 1 inch is a unit of measure, and it's universal. ICC, for doing color calibration on your screen, it's a universal standard if you do your calibration. If you don't, you're like Joe Schmo at home who doesn't calibrate his monitor. It's not going to match yours, so you can't really worry about that. You just worry about matching your own.
Yeah.
James Hunsucker.
Hudsucker proxy? What?
Hunsucker, not Hudsucker.
You hunsucker.
Do right-handed people take better pictures than left-handed?
Definitely.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Oh,
without
yeah,
a doubt.
for sure.
Without hands down.
Left-hand people just
scientifically proven.
Is there a delay in the thought process to the offhand? Well, I can use my right hand for many things, so it doesn't matter.
Like what?
Like taking photos, playing video games. The funny thing about video games back in the day, I was buying
play video games anymore.
I
ever.
don't.
I
but
wish you did.
I was buying a remote. I was buying a pad for the computer back in the mid
Game Boy.
90s.
Yeah.
No, the 90s era. And the guy's selling point was it can reverse with these buttons so you can flip it for left-handed users. And I'm like, dude, that's the dumbest thing ever. We all grow up with a remote the way that it is.
Yeah.
You get joystick and D-pad and buttons are over here.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and a camera button is always over here. So I don't think there is a delay. It is what it is.
Shout out to the guys I play video games with, by the way.
Actually, it's probably easier for a left-handed person because we can stabilize the lens with our dominant hand and press the shutter with our right, where you guys are using your awkward hand to dominate the thing. And it's just you just do it.
Yeah, I have no issues with it.
So I don't have a problem with that.
No.
And
You're
I'm
left-handed
left-handed
for everything.
I'm
right?
left-handed for everything. Well,
Even
it's
hockey
well,
and guitar
so-
and bat.
Well, hockey, yeah,
Throwing.
throwing. Everything's left-handed. Hockey is I shoot right-handed. That's because your dominant hand is the top hand. This is the control hand up top, and your bottom.
How's that go?
It's the control hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
you like that?
What's up?
Can I stand
You
over
like
there?
that?
Can I stand next to you?
It's the control. No, this is stick handling, and then you use this to shoot. I wonder if my shoulder issue would hurt shooting the puck. I don't know. But anyway, that's that.
Yep.
And that's the end of Flying Solo.
Nice.
So thank you guys for submitting your Flying Solo questions again. We do this. Did I just score a goal?
Yep.
Yay! Do you know what my brother's first words were?
Screw you, Jared.
I wasn't born yet.
Oh, don't. I hate Jared already. He's not even here.
No, it was Gore.
Gore?
Because they used to sit down and watch hockey, and he would go Gore. Because my dad would probably be like Score.
Oh, score. I thought you were trying to say goal.
No, he would say Gore.
That's funny.
That's funny, right?
What's
Hilarious.
your first word?
No.
I absolutely believe that.
Perfect.
The funny thing about my first words.
It all makes sense.
When do you start talking? At what age?
Like
Oh,
one.
pretty early. 6
Yeah.
months. Yeah, I mean
6
I
months.
mean,
I think
you
like
start,
one.
I mean words, but I mean almost immediately.
Well, no, you're making audible noises.
You're making noises, but one.
But I
would
think
say.
it's what, like 12, 18 months?
Something like that, yeah.
I think I was almost 2 or 3 years old when I started talking. My parents were worried that there was
That's the
something
problem.
wrong with me.
Well, they were right.
So they used to say, "When's Jared going to talk again?" And then Jared started talking, or "When's Jared
When's he
going
gonna
to start?"
shut up?
And then it became, "When's he going to shut the hell
Yep.
up?" And I haven't stopped since. I've been a joy in school.
Well,
A joy.
oh, I'd love to interview some teachers.
We interviewed the one
Next RAWtalk.
and well, I would, you know what? Maybe
Oh,
I'll
yeah, we did interview the one.
Maybe
It was
I'll
a while
reach out
ago.
to the 4th grade teacher. He probably doesn't remember me too much, but it was the first time I had a male teacher, because you usually don't with the younger teachers.
Did he have you stay after school?
No, he didn't have me stay after school. But what he was, and my mom thanked him for a long time, because he was the guy that wouldn't let me just pout my way out of it.
Yeah.
And just get silent and be
Jared,
like,
shut the hell
Which
up.
is what he does to us now.
No. Basically, if there was a question, he would make me answer and work through it, because
Is that your favorite teacher?
no, I mean, I was not happy about it.
Oh.
But he also got me to stop being such a pussy
Such a
and
little
just
bitch.
and just answer the
He did?
goddamn
He
question.
solved that?
I don't think he fixed that
I
problem.
don't. Yeah. I'm not really sure.
Guys are
I
assholes.
still think you're pretty much there.
All right, let's get to the Wheel of Fro.
Yes.
On the Wheel of Fro, we have rainbow unicorns. Unfortunately, graphic stock didn't have rainbow unicorns, so I had to get leprechauns.
Looks like the cupcakes that you had. at
They
Super
do
Bowl.
look like the Super Bowl cupcakes. We've got AdoramaPix.com. There is still a metal print code going. It's PXJPMTL25 for 25% off until 2/21. A lot of people have taken advantage of this code. It's
great.
That's 25% off. So if you spend $200,
Any size.
you're saving $50 right there.
Good math.
Shut up, Todd. Aurora HDR. What's that called? I can't see. It's in the reflection. Oh, that's Aurora HDR.
Aurora HDR.
I was thinking it's MacFun. They're the ones who make it.
yes, the
So we have
software
Aurora
company.
HDR. We have the link is aurorahdr.com/fro. They also have a code for 10% off, which is FRO10.
No, just Fro.
Their Fro?
Kessler's
Kessler's
Fro 10.
Fro 10.
Correct.
God darn it. Moving on, we got Think Tank Photo. You know where to go for bags.
Mm-hmm.
We've got audioblocks.com/go/Fro. Lexar. Todd Spin Again. Rode Microphone. They're trying to get us to Australia. So if you're the Australian guys, this is where you can... This is where you can tweet them and don't ask for free shit. Just tweet at Rode Mics or whatever.
Use other curse words.
No, don't curse at them. Don't curse at them. But say, please bring the Fro.
Please
and
bring Todd.
Please bring the Fro
No,
and
please bring
crew
Todd.
to Australia because they
Screw
want us to
Todd.
come there. So go ahead. You can tweet at them. Their Twitter handle's up on the screen. We've got borrowlenses.com. You can go to borrowlenses.com/Fro so that they know that you came from me.
Ew.
That I
Sounds
helped. That I
weird.
made you come to
Gross.
their website.
Okay.
Gross.
Yep.
Fro Prize, Squarespace.com/Fro. Go check it out. That's the websites that we all use. Actually, I don't even know what Todd's website's built on.
Angel Fire.
It's based on the web hosting thing guide.
So really bad.
No, it's good. It's good.
Steven Spin Again. Videoblocks.com/go/Fro. Big shout out to those guys.
Yes.
We love them.
Mm-hmm.
Hoya. I just want to see how far you could go with that. Hoya HD3 filters. Really cool stuff. They're 800% harder.
Extra hard.
Kessler Crane. You can go to kesslercrane.com/Fro, and we can't wait to break out the Pocket Jib Pro, which is not very pocket friendly, but it's big.
I'd like to try to put it in my pocket. We should do a video where you try to put that thing in your pocket.
I'll be hanging from it. You just have to get enough weight on the other side.
Yeah.
That thing is awesome. If you watch the real world review of the Canon ProGraph 1000,
Yep.
you can see the jib in action. And
We used that on the entire editing guide. That was the center camera was on that pretty thing. So.
it was, but was it in focus from Hing?
Kessler Crane. You're
It was
right.
definitely out of focus, but Hing and Steve went to the same school.
Yeah. Same. So go to Kessler Crane, check them out. We use them each and every week. Todd, it's time to get the spinning wheel of Fro
Oh,
sounds.
yeah. Wheel
well,
Fro
I've got some
Submissions.
lovely people. We'll get to this quickly. I've got a good friend here. His name is Armin. Last name spelled Fuchs.
Hey.
So Armin Fuchs. And this is from
Wait,
Austria.
like he hasn't heard that as a kid.
Good
Well,
job.
he's from
Todd.
Austria. They don't speak well.
What's that sound like?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna make it out.
Back
I'm
to
gonna
the
make
chopper.
a Fromos photo thing. Here we go.
Hans Gruber.
No, it's not a rumor. It's fact. All right, here he goes. Armin Fuchs.
Dreh das Nein. Spin that wheel.
Those Austrian lungs are filled.
Yeah.
It's that Aryan blood.
Got a great set of lungs. All right, here's the next one from Daniel Lee, not to be confused with Lee Daniels, the director. Just Daniel Lee, and this one is called Beaker.
I wish he had the lungs of the other guy.
He also sent in translation for that in case we don't know what he's saying, so he sent that in this week as well.
What is it?
He definitely didn't send in translation.
Oh, Jared. All right, next one is from Thomas Nelsing, and I'm just gonna play this one.
Spin that wheel. Straight out of focus, crazy mother flopper named Steven from the gang called Fro Knows Photo. Oh yeah.
With that being said, I would really like to hear a quality Straight Outta Focus song if anybody out there wants to.
And I want to hear
partake
a
of that.
quality 12,800
Straight Outta Focus is way easier to make.
12,800. Make it good.
Finally, we have one from Scott Belzer. And here we go.
For the 6 people in attendance and the millions watching around the world, it's time for Fro to spin that wheel.
Thank ya!
I don't know what was the end there.
That was
Was
you.
was that you at the end? It sounded like
That's
you.
you.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes.
did.
Oh, well, that's a copyright infringement right there because he did not pay
Yeah,
that.
it sounds like it ripped from
Anyways,
you.
that's what we got today. We have the Austrian, the nice Austrian with the great lungs. We got Beaker, we got Straight Outta Focus, and we got, I called this one the boxing one. Remind me of boxing. So what do you think, guys?
Should I pick one of the questions this week instead?
Oh.
We could?
Yeah.
We could. Joe, what do you think? No, I don't want you to answer.
Well, so what? Well, we still want people to submit those, and I do want to start picking people.
It should be every other
Rotate
week or
back and
something,
forth.
yeah.
But we still like playing those things.
Of course.
And maybe we can
get
do
a guide or something.
Give them something.
Just give them a guide.
We
They
could-
automatically get a guide.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Of their choice?
No. Well, so I could give them all. I don't care. So what
Or
we'll do
all.
this
The ones
week.
the ones that I'm not involved in because
So-
I got to feed Morgan.
What we'll do this week is I'll pick somebody who sent in a question from Flying Solo, and give them my guides free, and we'll rotate from week to week. Deciding we'll figure that out.
We'll
But
spin the wheel for this one. We've been
Yeah.
doing these guys for a while, so these guys will get a guide.
I'll go first on my vote.
All right.
I'm gonna vote for. Why don't you go first, Todd?
I like the boxing one.
Steven?
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm overruling all of you. We're gonna go with the long lungs guy.
Really?
The Austrian one?
Yeah. What are you trying to say? But it's just really cool. He went with the long lung thing.
It was long, but the production
But the
value of the
creativity
boxing
of the
one
last
was really
one.
good.
I don't know.
You're overruled.
All right. So you want the guy who did the second one?
I personally like that.
You?
like
I
the
agree.
Joe, what do you like for real?
It doesn't matter what you like.
All right, boxing guy. Let it
All
go.
right. Scott Belzer. And Noah, I'll send you Scott Belzer. So Scott, you're gonna get an email from Noah. So tell him to shut up when you.
Who was
when
actually
you tell him.
Naruto in the email.
Oh, it is Naruto. All right, here we go.
For the 6 people in attendance and the millions watching around the world, it's time.
Around and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Not even the Fros. I hope my neighbor isn't home.
He hates you.
Well, Thursdays we talked about. Around and round it goes. Where it stops. Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! Aurora! Ahora!
HDR.
Aurora
Nice.
HDR.
Nice, very
Congratulations goes out to Scott Belzer. Congratulations, you are winning a copy of Aurora HDR.
Nice.
Which version? I don't know. I'm just going to say it's the most expensive one.
I think that's the pro version they call it, but
Let's call it the extremely expensive. No, not extremely expensive. The extreme
Best
edition.
of the best with honors.
Yeah, you want the best of the best. So congratulations, Aurora is going to get you a free one.
Yep.
And for you guys who want more information on Aurora HDR, you can go to aurorahdr.com/fro. It is highly recommended by Trey Ratcliffe because he helped put it together.
Yep.
He is Mr. HDR, and one day we will go do a 5-minute portrait HDR style. Noah, make a note, please.
Write the shit down.
Sorry, neighbor.
Who's the winner? Who's the winner? It's going to be picked from your list.
yeah, who are we picking for the flying solo section?
Oh, I'm gonna figure that out later. They're gonna get an email. I can't. I need
so
to.
anticlimactic.
So that's that. Thank you to everybody that's on the Wheel of Fro. If you guys like what's on the Wheel of Fro, or you just want to support these guys, just send them a tweet that Fro sent you. Just say hello, Fro. We saw you on the Wheel of Fro.
Also tell him I love Todd.
Whatever, you can do that. We need a hashtag to end the show, guys. We keep forgetting. Well, we're not forgetting, but granny porn or Grammy
cam.
cam. Hashtag Grammy cam.
Todd's Grammy Cam.
No, just Grammy cam. Or wait, Todd. Yeah, Todd Henry.
How about Baby Todd's junk?
No.
Hashtag Baby Todd's junk.
All right, it could be Baby Todd's junk or hashtag Grammy cam. I like those. So, anything you want to add to the show before we go, Steven?
That is it.
Todd?
Nope. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, it's about that time. So thank you guys very much for watching. Get all the photo news stories and more starting on Monday at some point at fronosphoto.com/rawtalk-170. And other than that, we've talked about everything.
We did.
And we'll leave it at that. Jared Polin, fronosphoto.com. See ya.
For the 6 people in attendance and the millions watching around the world, it's time for Fro to spin that wheel.